and welcome back to Allotment Life. Thanks for joining me for another week on the plot. Today's plan is to head outside and harvest the pumpkins. We're well into October now and I like to grow edible ones and decorative ones, and I'd like to set up my autumn display at home, so I need to be harvesting them today. At the end of each weekly vlog, I put in some wildlife camera footage to show you what the wildlife have been up to within the last week at the plot whilst we've not been here. The sun is shining today. It's a little bit breezy outside, but we can't complain. At least it's not raining. Okay, let's head outside and take a look at the pumpkins. This whole area here is the pumpkin patch. As you can see, all of the foliage has died back now and the pumpkins have hardened off and ripened nicely, ready to harvest. I have a mixture of varieties and different sizes. These are the nice white ones. I'm going to start with these two here. These are the Atlantic Giant. Some of these can grow to be absolutely huge. I haven't yet managed to grow a giant one. These are about a foot tall. The stalk's gone nice and brown and crispy, so I know it's ready to harvest. When you do harvest them, if you leave a little bit of the stalk across like this in the shape of a T, you can use this as a handle. Next up we have this one here. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to show you the packet. This one's really good for cooking. Nice dark orange colour. I've got a couple of those. I think there's another one over there. Let's pop these in the wheelbarrow. I ended up having 4 of these in total, and I really like the dark orange colour. That one's perfect. Next up we've got your standard pumpkin. I managed to grow some of these to quite a decent size, so I'm pleased with them. They're beautifully round. That's almost perfect. I love it. If you take a look at this one, the stem is still green, which means it is still growing. However, I don't have time to let it grow anymore, so it's coming off. This one, the stem's brown, so it's finished getting all of its nutrients and doing its growing. Oh, I like this one. It's almost got a hook at the top. It's actually super windy outside, hence the windswept look. The next pumpkins I'm going to harvest are Jack-Be Little, which are the tiny orange ones, and Casparita, which are the small white ones. I believe they are both edible, but I've grown these for decorative purposes. This is what a real pumpkin patch looks like. Yes, I can see it's not very aesthetically pleasing. However, it really bugs me when people advertise a pumpkin patch for children to go along and pick a pumpkin when all they've done is bought a load of pumpkins in and placed them on the ground in a field. That's not pumpkin picking, and that's not a pumpkin patch. This is chaos, leaves, foliage, when you've got to actually disconnect the pumpkin. That's what a real pumpkin patch is like, and children should be taught that. Otherwise they're just going to think that pumpkins just sit on the ground. can see, the wheelbarrow is now overflowing with pumpkins, but I've got one more variety to harvest. This is the goosebump pumpkins, and they're for decorative purposes, and you'll see why they're called goosebumps, because they've got these lovely warts and bumps all around the side. I'll be sharing these out amongst friends and family, as I know lots of people like these decorative ones to pop outside during autumn. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not too many of these this year, but the ones we have got are really beautiful. I've just found one more growing over here, but I don't know what variety this is. It's the same as the very dark orange French sounding one. A completely different shape. Oh well, we'll add it to the wheelbarrow. I did plan ahead and bring a large bag with me today to carry the pumpkins home in. However, I don't think I was expecting this many. I'm just going to take you outside now and show you the wheelbarrow. It's absolutely overflowing. And my car isn't nearby, so I'm not too sure how this is going to work. I may have to take the wheelbarrow out and do a few journeys maybe to try and get all of these to the car. Oh well, friends and family will be pleased. Here is the overflowing wheelbarrow. Absolutely full. What a fantastic harvest for the year. Now I've got to attempt to get them to the car. I definitely think some of these are going to fall out. It may require 2 journeys. I've had to split it out into 2 parts. I'm going to take this wheelbarrow full now, and then I'm going to come back for this lot here. I'm also going to attempt to do wheelbarrow pumpkin cam, so let's see how that goes. Wheelbarrow empty. Now for round 2. That's 2 wheelbarrows full of pumpkins taken to the car. Altogether that's taken me a good couple of hours to harvest those pumpkins, but I'm really pleased with this year's crop. Let me know if you grow pumpkins, which is your favourite variety to do. I love growing pumpkins and trying out different varieties, and I've done them every year since having the plot. I've picked a few tomatoes, some cucumber and kale. It's time to pack up and head home now. The wildlife camera footage is coming up next. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.